Hello everyone and welcome into loveracing.nz wraps it up, where each and every Monday we'll take a look at some of the weekend racing highlights, and a little bit later on we'll also check out some of the successful big bets from the weekend. First of all though, we're going to start this segment with Jamie Kah, who of course made history at Caulfield on Saturday afternoon, being the first ever jockey to record 100 Metropolitan wins in Victoria during this season. An outstanding effort by Jamie Kah. Look, she's become a household name over there in Australia. She's really getting that international recognition as well. And it just made me think about some of our female jockeys here in New Zealand. Let's check out the top 5 jockeys on the Premiership so far this season. And as you can see, the females are dominating a wee bit here in New Zealand. It's Danielle Johnson out in front, where she's been for pretty much the whole season, on 149 wins. Sam Collett positioned in second on 85. Craig Grills, he's on 83. Lisa Allpress in fourth on 80 wins. And Hazel Chauffeur, our leading apprentice, is on 74 wins. Last weekend it was a little bit quieter than usual in terms of our domestic racing, but I did thoroughly enjoy watching the races from Te Araha yesterday. Look, if you haven't been to Te Araha yet, I highly recommend that you get along. It is one of the most picturesque tracks in New Zealand. The feature of the day was the open steeplechase with $20,000, and it was taken up by Lacustra for jockey Craig Thornton and trainer Samantha Logan.
Hard to pick up on the flat. It's Lacustra clear from It Is What It Is, and then followed in behind them next as they head down by Eon, but it's going to be Lacustra. Lacustra is going to break through for a well-deserved win, and welcome back to the winner's circle, Craig Thornton.
That was a win number 5 at start number 42 for Lacustra. Great to see this horse back on the scene as well. Trainer Samantha Logan has been very, very patient with him. He was off the scene for over a year with a tendon injury. She's nursed him back, so a wonderful job by the trainer. And the other big story coming out of this race, of course, jockey Craig Thornton. Now, a lot of people would know that he's been highly successful riding pretty much all over the world. These days he does work full-time for Te Akau, but he returned to race day riding back in May. This was his first winner at the races in just under 7 years. And speaking of comebacks at Te Aroha on Sunday, earlier on in the day we saw Clayton Chipperfield riding locally sourced to victory. That was his first win in about 15 years, so incredible achievements by both of those jockeys. Meanwhile, on Saturday we had racing at both Te Rapa and also at Awapuni. One of the features at Te Rapa was race 5 on the program. It was the open handicap over 1200 metres, and this one was taken up by Aero de Paris.
On the inside of it, Aero de Paris, they draw a clear from Shoshone, then came Palm Springs. Aero de Paris crystallised, trying hard on the outside, but it's Aero de Paris holding on here. Aero de Paris will win it, crystallised a game second.
That was a win number 5 at start number 24 for the 6-year-old son of Tavistock and Paris Diamond. He seemed to really relish that heavy track there at Te Rapa. Erin Layton doing the riding. Now what a day she had, up-and-coming apprentices Erin, and she managed to ride a winning treble there at Te Rapa, so congratulations to her. Speaking of up-and-coming apprentices, Ace Wilson Carroll, he was aboard Crystallize, who finished second in that race, and that was only his first day riding at the races. I've heard some very, very good things about this jockey, so I'm looking forward to seeing how his career progresses. Meanwhile, at Awapuni, Tavi's Court was one of the most impressive winners of the day. Let's check out the concluding stages of his race.
Tavi's caught a couple of lengths in front. Diogenes Hiranawe Dolcetto over on the outside is now starting to run on, but Tavi's caught. He's cutting a pretty picture here today. He's put 6 lengths on them now. Diogenes Dolcetto and then Hiranawe, but he's a beauty, and Tavi's court's given them one here.
Look, he ended up winning the race by around 4 lengths there, but to be fair, the winning margin could have been much bigger. Charlotte O'Byrne barely having to touch the horse. Very, very impressive there on the line, Tavi's Court. Trained by Anna Clement at Hawara. He's a 5-year-old son of Tavistock and Keep Her Free. He's come back really well this preparation, and that win on Saturday takes his earnings to about $126,000. In terms of future plans, he could potentially head to the listed Opanaki Cup in New Plymouth in a couple of weeks. Right now, it's time to check out some of the big bets from the weekend in this little segment called One for the Punters. So taking a look at some of the big bets from the weekend, race 3 at Te Rapa. Someone took an $88 trifecta and they collected $6,290. Race 8 at Awapuni. Someone had a $30 trifecta and they collected $6,351. And then a $10 quaddie at Te Rapa returned $4,612. A little bit envious hearing of some of these big wins, but congratulations to those successful punters. That's it for loveracing.nz wraps it up for this week. We're looking forward to catching you again next Monday and every Monday going forward.